Now let's talk about the shortened spring training. Have you had enough opportunity to assess some of the newer players that you have, let alone the fact that you also have the universal designated hitter as well to implement into what you're trying to do as you prepare for opening day?
Yeah, the DH is fairly simple because it gets more guys into the lineup and the pitcher doesn't have to hit. So that's not one of those I have to think too much about.
Right.
It's pretty good for us. Getting to see the new guys, it's probably going to be a little tougher because you're not going to get as many looks as you would in a normal spring where a lot of at-bats for guys. But I think we have a pretty good idea of who we have in camp, what we need from our last couple of decisions we got to make. And that's what we'll be doing this last week, trying to give guys as much opportunity to be seen so the front office can look at it, our coaching staff can look at it, and hopefully make a good decision.
And I know that the rosters will be expanded until, I believe, the 1st of May, right. So
Yeah.
Does that help you out a little bit, too, knowing that you have a little bit more time to implement some of these fellows as well?
I think for the pitching, it's smart to be doing this for all the teams, right? We don't quite know how much ramp up that these guys had before they got to camp. I feel like good about most of our guys, but you don't have your eyes on them. You're not allowed to communicate. You don't know how many pins and lives they've been throwing before they get here, and they're not, quite honestly, not going to get built up the way you would in a normal spring. So those extra pitchers are going to be valuable in April.
Well, to date, how would you assess what you've learned about your club so far? Do you like what you've seen?
I do. I think they've came focused. I think we've learned that our guys were pretty good shape when they got here. They'd been doing some work together, and the guys been throwing their pins and lives, and they had themselves in good shape, ready to go. Again, we feel pretty good about ourselves. Honestly, we've made some nice additions, and I feel like we're getting close to being ready to go.